Hey guys, it's Jello, and I'm going to be a bit honest today. I've been kind of slacking with the anime I've been watching this season. And the reasons are a mix of, me being a bit busy with university and the fact that it was a pretty weak season. So weak that I'm actually kind of hesitant on making a video on what I watched on that season. I mean, Yuri on Ice and Drifters was pretty good, but hey look, I just made the video. That's what I watched for that season. But I like to follow one of my many mottos. Don't think about the past too much. Think of only the future. Never think of the past. Well, the actual motto is think neither of the past or future. Live in the present. But just think of it as me being the type that thinks in the long term. Whatever decision I make, I think of the future. I'm such a wise person, aren't I? Not really. So anyway, I looked up what was coming up at the beginning of 2017. You had this new season, the winter of 2017. Alright, let me tell you guys, this list made me low-key moist. I mean, excited. Now, bear in mind, guys, most of these anime air on the second week of January, so I'm jumping the gun here. But it's just so hype. But anyway, let's start off with the second season of Konosuba, the dark horse of 2016. No one expected it to be as amazing and funny as it was last year. If you don't remember what Konosuba is about, I don't know how you would, but it's basically a parody of a hero being sucked into a fantasy world setting, and they're just taking the piss. Alright, if this new season has even just half the amount of comedy that the first season had, it'll be a good one. And no one can complain about a bit more Megumin and Darkness and Aqua. Actually, all the girls were really, really fun. This is really one of the most unexpected sequels. I remember back when I was a little shit in school, I used to come home excited to watch, the first season of this series. What? Some guys went home excited to play Call of Duty. I went to watch some anime. Don't judge me. But after so long, we're getting a second season of Ao no Exorcist. And I'm confused because I remember at the end of the first season, people were saying that it ended a bit differently. It kind of diverged from the original manga. So I'm kind of, excited to see how it's going to turn out. And I bet the superfans, and I do remember the superfans, back in college, they were really into it. I bet they're really giddy with excitement right now. And me too. Now, I don't think any of the newer viewers will know about this, but previously I made a video about what if anime was like Harry Potter. And I said that the perfect show would be Little Witch Academia if it was turned into an actual anime series, and guess what is happening? A Little Witch Academia anime is about to come out, and it's a full series to boot. Well, I'm assuming it's, at least 10 episodes. I'm really glad that Trigger's finally buckling up and not giving us, they're just not shitposting anime anymore. And again, I'm super excited how this turns out. And if anyone's confused about what this show is, what Little Witch Academia is, it's just watch an OVA that came out a while ago, and you'll see what all the hype is about. Masamune no Revenge, a new anime that's about to come out. I read the manga. It's a story of a once chubby kid who grew up to hate this one girl that he used to like, but she betrayed him. Top 10 anime betrayals, gone rom-com. So he performs his revenge by dieting and exercising like a madman, and finally, growing up to become a really handsome figure. I don't know that's how it was. I don't know you could choose to be handsome, but So he raises himself to be a perfect looking person, so he can get the girl to fall in love with him, so he can reject her. Betray her the same way she supposedly betrayed him. Yeah, it's kind of douchey. There's a few twists along the way. I really like the manga, so I'm excited for this one. Now, the supposed final arc of Gintama is about to air, and guys, my knees are weak. Arm spaghetti. Honestly, the hype levels are so freaking high, I don't know what to do with myself. But anyway, anyone that watches Gintama, join me in this hype, and anyone that doesn't watch Gintama, get on that hype. What are you doing? Start watching it. Go now. Go now. You have like a week or two. Just go marathon the entire 200 episodes or something, and get back to me. Trust me, it's worth it. So now, those were the shows that I was stupidly hyped about, just because of, I knew them previously. Now we go in blind. This may be a hit or miss, you can't judge anything by description these days. Which kind of begs the question, why am I making this video? Chaos Child. I remember when I was a kid, I watched this anime called Chaos Head, and when I watched it, it started off as a psychological mystery thriller kind of anime, and it kind of eventually devolved into an action harem kind of show. Now, not that I mind those kind of shows in the first place, but when it turns from this, this psychological to kind of action harem consumer level bullshit, it's kind of jarring. But if this new anime is anything like Chaos Head, the series will basically revolve around one giant mystery that the characters are trying to solve, with a dose of supernatural. Sounds really interesting. I'm always interested in those kind of shows, a mystery mixed with supernatural, because it's unorthodox. I heard that the actual visual novel of Chaos Head was really good, and just the adaptation of the anime was just pretty bad. So I'm hoping that this new Chaos Child is adapted a lot better. Handshake is, and I'm gonna admit, it's a pretty bad title. It sounds like something a 5-year-old came up with in nursery. But the concept looks pretty interesting. The plot is written as, I got it right here, the anime takes place in Osaka in AD 20XX. Why do they always say XX? Why are they always so unspecific about the date? And it revolves around handshakers, partners who can summon Nimrods. weapons born from their deep psyche by joining hands. It looks like a battle royale anime. The Shakers fight other Shakers. I don't know why I did that. No. It looks interesting. Yo, Musume Pedal, season 69. I mean season 3. You know what I mean. One of the best sports anime that is going out, in my opinion. The studio is really hammering out the season, back to back. And who can blame them? It's doing really well. It's very popular. And it's really good. For any sports anime lovers, if you really like this anime, then good for you. And if you haven't heard of it and you like sports anime, get on that. I don't know how anime can make bicycle racing exciting. Freaking anime can make anything exciting. Hell, anime could probably make grass growing exciting. The next one is Kobayashi Chi something dragon. I've wrote everything up anyway. I don't know why I have to say these out loud. This cutesy slice of life looking moe is, it looks like a normal anime about a girl living alone in an apartment until she meets a certain girl who dresses up as a maid. And also happens to be, low-key a dragon, as you do. Yeah, this looks pretty funny and ridiculous, and it's one of the many reasons I watch anime, because of how friggin' stupid it can get. Kuze no Honkai. Kuze no Honkai. I sound like a weeb when I'm trying to talk Japanese. Kuze no Honkai. I thought this anime was just, your average rom-com, until I read the description. The story is of a guy and a girl. They both seem perfect. They seem like a perfect couple, but there's a bit of a twist. Seems that the boy and the girl like someone else. And the supposed crush they have is a bit taboo. Kids these days be crushing on their senseis. What has the world come to? And there's also the second season of Rewrite. Anime that was butchered while watching anyway, because, I'm a fanboy. So these were the shows that stood out for me. If anyone else sees something really hella interesting in the seasonal lineup, then, let me know in the comments. And I really don't mind what the genre is, as long as it's interesting. So anyway, like if you liked it, subscribe if you want it, and see ya. I don't know if I should be happy or sad at the lack of ecchi harems this season.